What's up, everybody? You're back in here with the Pro Football Pod. You've got the boys hanging out, continuing our off-season draft series. We've got the New York Giants today for all you Big Blue fans, hitting a 7-round mock draft with some trades if we're feeling spicy in that spot. Coach, Austin, and either Hudson or Kane, what's up, fellas? How you doing today?
Yo,
Who we got
what it
with us?
do?
Is that Hudson or Kane?
That's Hudson Budson, boy.
Hudson, the
Hudson
guy.
starring in his first episode. Look at him
We're,
go.
we're faceless right now, so you can't see the cuteness of the twin. But you know, he's sitting there, he's with us, hanging out, has no idea what's going on.
He's chirping.
He's gonna know soon, real soon.
He's-
That boy's gonna know. Now
he's
he's
gonna
not
know.
gonna be a true blue fan because of the way he's being raised. So he's gonna really hope that we mess this whole thing up, and we're gonna do our best to not do that for all you Giants fans out there. But
So, real quick before we dive into the draft, couple of T's and P's on the Giants: Ashawn Robinson, Leonard Williams, Saquon Barkley, Tyrod Taylor, and Xavier McKinney were all shown the door.
oof.
And then
Get
Devin
outta here.
Singletary got brought in to replace Saquon. Drew Lock was brought in as either backup or insurance to Daniel Jones. Jalen Mills brought in to replace, I guess, Xavier McKinney for him. Jermaine Illuminor coming in to play tackle, and John Runyon Jr. coming in to play guard.
Okay. We're
Let's
gonna get
dive
it
in.
started, and Malik Neighbors goes 5, which is crazy.
That's
I honestly
awesome
think
for the
that they're
Chargers.
yeah, it is. I think that I think they're gonna go offensive line there. I mean, we were just talking about like their right tackle being such a big deal. I know they're paying him a lot of money, but man, like
But how many times have we said, though, that we feel collectively like Rome is a better fit for the Giants
Yeah,
than Malik is?
absolutely is.
yeah.
Now, but I don't know, is this a spot like because of all the rumors of JJ McCarthy possibly going here, which I don't know how much I listened to him, because if you remember this time last year, all the Will Levis going at number
Yeah.
2 overall stuff, like
Or number 1 even like
yeah, like there's so much just nonsense out there right now to where I don't know if a team's coming up to 6 right here to take JJ. Now, if we were controlling all teams, then we could control who would come up and possibly take JJ. Like Minnesota is
Vikings.
obviously the team you're looking at because you can get 11 and 23 from them.
exactly, which I do see as a potential. I mean, 27% of the time the analysis says we're taking Roma Dunze. That's what they think it is.
And for me personally, I would be completely fine with taking Roma Dunze.
I that's the one person I really like from like taking here. Like, I really don't want to see JJ there, but like I'm okay with seeing Roma Dunze there, and I think he'll succeed there. They need a true receiver. They haven't had one. It's not
He
fair to
would
give
immediately come in and be wide receiver 1 on that team. Like
exactly.
no doubt.
It's not
no
fair to give that to
hesitation.
Danny Dimes. Like he's been struggling with no receivers over there.
My
Like,
thing with Rome is unless you're trading back with, say, the Bears at 9 or the Falcons at 8, like PFF isn't going to have the Jets taking Rome, which if it was a legit simulator, they would.
absolutely would be.
So that's my thing is like, if you're trading back, you're passing on Rome. Like that's just how it is. So for me, it's trade back, and then what are you looking at? Maybe you garnered extra picks. Do you take Jerry Newton because you lost both of your defensive interior guys? Do you take Cooper DeJean because you have the need just overall in your DB core? Do you trade back and take JJ McCarthy? Like, it does open the door for more possibilities, but at this point, I'm also looking at it and it's like, I don't know. Sometimes you just got to take the elite players when they fall to you. And Roman Dunze to me is one of the few elite players in this draft.
With how
And so-
excited we are about Jazon Newton, I just see like trading back, gaining some more picks, and then taking a guy like Jazon at 23 makes so much more sense for the Giants as an organization. It's not splashy. It doesn't make them super good right now, but with how many needs they have and how weak they are at so many positions, does this one
Well,
receiver truly
also-
change them?
And that
It
I
definitely
understand
helps
that,
him.
but that's where looking at it as the draft as a whole as well. if the Giants pass on JJ here, the Vikings have no reason to trade up unless they're trading up
because they're
to
getting jumped.
make sure they stay ahead of Denver and Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, that's what that would turn into, is they're trading up just to ensure. But then again, it's like, are the Vikings that in love with JJ McCarthy to trade up whenever he could very well fall to them at 11?
Or they could get Michael Penix at 23, like pretty
Yeah,
easily. There's not a lot that we see
exactly.
of
So
quarterbacks going in between.
to me, like, when we do our 2-round mock draft, which stay tuned for that, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for the
Ding,
future,
ding.
then that's a possibility that we dive in. But for doing this, for this purposes, just for the Giants, I like the Rome Odunze pick.
Let's pull the trigger. Everyone's on board with it.
Sir.
Now they're not picking again until Seattle's pick in the second round, so a little bit later.
So we've got 47 here. We've got Zach Frazier on the board.
Braden Fisk's still there.
We've got Mike Sanderstill. He's still there at corner. You've got the need. Braden Fisk.
I think Braden
Fisk is the pick for me.
Yeah,
You,
I
like I
think so,
said,
too.
you've lost your defensive interior. You have the immediate need there. The dude is an animal. And
There's no quarterback to pick right now.
Let's see what happened. Michael Penix went 45. Bo Nix went 44.
Yeah. So they might be trading up right there to snag one of those guys.
I don't think that they take quarterback in this draft. I think
At
that they
all.
just paid Danny Dimes. They can't. I mean,
At all.
not in the first
the
2
way
or
I
3
see
rounds.
it,
You
they
think got
run
what's his
one
name
more
again?
year with Danny Dimes or Drew Lock, and whatever happens, they give Brian Dable one more shot with drafting his quarterback next season.
Yep.
And then Brian Dable will live and die by the quarterback he gets to bring in, because Danny was forced on him. So you've always got to keep that in mind too, to where he may have liked him, but he may like one of these guys way much more.
And we just gave Danny one of the top talents at receiver in the whole draft. Like, if he can't work with that and Wandale and Jalen Hyatt, like, he's going to have a lot of problems.
JJ ended up going to Minnesota at 11, by the way.
Yes.
Hey, yo.
Brian Thomas going at 20 just seems like it's a done deal. It's happened in almost every one of ours. Which JJ at 11 means that Brock Bowers didn't go at 11.
He
Finally,
went at 9. He went at 9 to
Oh, that's the only reason.
That's hilarious.
That's because
right,
Rome wasn't there. That's
so
hilarious. So
Braden Fisk, obviously we took Rome Odunze, so wide receiver's not the necessary need here. Interior O-line.
we have
You got
Frazier
Christian
and
Hayes,
Haynes.
you got
Haynes
Zach
is going to be
Frazier.
gone whenever we pick at 70. We know that
Hold
for a
on
fact.
here. Hold on. Let me get their lineup pulled up. Oh, dude. Oh, give me Zach Frazier here. We've got John Michael Schmitz Jr. I mean,
John.
he was
There
just
you go.
drafted last year, but I mean, he was awful last year. And
Yeah.
Zach Frazier does give you the ability to move, but I don't know. It's really hard to pass on Braden Fisk right
Yeah,
here.
that's
as well.
my only thing.
Because we
I mean,
pick again at 70, so I think we can get interior O-line at that spot. So I'm on the Braden Fisk train with this pick.
yeah, that's where I'm going to. Austin, do you have thoughts?
No thoughts? Crickets? Are you muted?
Well, let's go ahead and pull the trigger on Braden Fisk then. Mike Sandstrom goes on the next pick. Christian Haynes is still there.
Oh, dude.
That's huge. I mean, you
let's
get to get your
see.
cake and eat it too at this point.
Junior Colson at linebacker. Bro, hold on. Hold the phone. Pull up corner. They have such a need at corner, bro.
Harry Jackson's still there. You also have both of the guys from LSU, though it's a little bit early.
Because we
for
got to
them.
remember, yes, we did take Braden Fisk, but they do have Dexter Lawrence. So, like, their defensive line now is completely set. Like, we're good there. I don't even think that means linebacker is necessarily a thing. For me, I'm pulling the trigger so quick here on Kyrie Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you have the immediate need at corner.
had a first
Now,
few seasons were a little
they
bit rough.
still could bring back Kadori Jackson, but yeah, he wasn't healthy his first 2 years. But last year he played every game and he was absolutely solid. Look at that run defense grade for a
Yeah,
corner.
seriously. I mean, he's also going to be 6'3", 195. He's got the size to be able to stand up. Like, yeah, it's a win.
Kyrie Jackson.
So we're
All
picking
right.
again at 107.
Shit, and I'm not even I'm not even over exaggerating here. DJ James.
Yeah,
Like they
just
have I'm telling you, just
double up on
using
corner.
PFF grades, their corners graded out as such. Let's see here. Deontay Banks, which granted he was a rookie, graded out at a 51.4. Cordell Flott, second year player, graded out at a 53.3. And Trey Hawkins the third, he was also a rookie, graded out at 52.6. Like that's such a need. Now he's not giving you the run defense grade that you're getting with Kyrie, but he is a solid corner. Look at
Has
that
been for
man
3
coverage
years.
grade, zone coverage grade. That tells you he's versatile. He can play in almost any scheme.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
he's a little bit
I would go back to
undersized.
back corners so hard, especially because like we did kind of neglect it there in the second round when we probably should have been looking at corner to see. Go back to the second round and see who we passed on at corner.
So we picked at 47 when we took
We
Brandon
we took
Fisk.
Braden Fisk. We could have took Mike Sanister. He probably would have been the better pick there. Now looking back at it,
I don't know.
yeah,
I
really,
really like DJ James. Like
yeah,
across the board, the only knock on him is that his weight and his length are a little bit low at 164, 6'1". Those types of things can be worked on. Not the length, but the weight. And he's just so dynamic as a player. I think that he helps them a lot right away.
agreed.
Austin?
I love the DJ James boy.
Yeah.
Auburn man.
DJ James
I'm a
coming
little
in
bit
hot.
tempted with Eric All because they don't really have a tight
Well,
end.
Darren
and
Waller's
also
on the fence
Marshawn,
whether he's
also
coming
Marshawn
back or
Lloyd
not.
being there, and
Yeah.
they definitely need a running back. I like me some Marshawn Lloyd.
Who's left at running back? Braylon
Yeah,
Allen's
not
still
much.
there. We're picking
That's a good one
at
for him.
166.
166.
So they could trade out of this potentially. But no.
No, I want DJ James here at the end. Scroll down on that running back list. Dylan Johnson, Frank Gore Jr., Isaiah Davis. Like those guys at that point would be a
Wow.
reach. Dude, Isaiah Davis is a
Wow.
freaking animal.
6'1",
Like, yeah,
222.
he played in Division II, but at South Dakota State. But the guy, he's so good, bro.
Look at this elusiveness rating.
Like it would be a reach at 183, and we would get a bad grade on him. But I swear on everything, he would be one of the steals of the draft. You're
yards
gonna look
after
back.
contact.
You can go ahead and clip this on me. You will look back in 3 years, and Isaiah Davis will be one of the biggest steals of the 2024 draft.
Oof. Clip it, people. All right, so then we're going DJ James. It's pretty much a consensus across the board from us.
I like it.
All right, we're picking again at 166. Joe Milton's there. Boom.
What-
Pull the trigger.
What's I'm all about some Malik Mustafa or James Williams here because they have the need at safety. But what is pull up offensive tackle and interior O line for me?
So they do get the chance of taking L'Jarius Henderson away from the Cowboys again.
See,
in this one.
I think they're gonna give Evan Neal one more year to try to like pull it together.
So we only have 2 more
In-
picks. We could
interior
take
O-line.
Javian Cohen on the next one as well for the interior.
See, I'd be looking at a Hunter Norzad more
Yeah.
at that next pick.
6'3", 315.
He's
0 sacks
more of
last
the-
year.
He's more of the center versus the guard / center that could, be versatile for you, whereas he's just plays center. So, I mean, for me, like I said, they've got John Michael Schmitz Jr., but that's not exciting anybody. He graded out as 36 out of 36 centers last year. So the next pick, Hunter Norzad, that's a possibility. Like I said, I'm all in on Isaiah Davis. I know it's going to be a reach, but running back right here, Dylan Johnson is still on the board. So you could go the Dylan Johnson route and then go Norzad with the next pick. Like I said, for me, because of how much help they need in the DB core, I lean Mustafa and James Williams more.
Yeah, I mean, between the two, I know that during the Dolphins one, we actually took Mustafa for the Dolphins. Are they needing more of a strong or a free safety type?
They're needing more of the strong. They brought in Jalen Mills because McKinney got let go. They've got Jason Pinnock, which he was a pleasant surprise being a 5th-round pick for him. So for me, I think James Williams gives them more versatility with their two safeties, whereas Mustafa's going to come in and he's more of the in-box safety. He can play in coverage. Just comparing him to James Williams, but James Williams was the highest graded coverage safety over the last 2 years per PFF grades. Like, so for me, like I would go the James Williams route.
That's where I was leaning as well. I looked into him a lot more since we did the Dolphins one, and I highly regret not taking James Williams.
The Giants love taking Miami DBs.
All right, so
it sounds like Hudson agrees with you too.
Yeah, Hudson that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So if Hudson's all about it, let's go James Williams then.
You got it, Hudson. Throw that U up, son.
Now we were looking tackle and interior, and our boy Hunter's still there. He's the top-rated offensive lineman, still on the board.
Yeah, you're passing on the running back here, but you did bring in Devin Singletary, and I like Singletary's game. Yes. The way their offense was ran, I mean, I don't think with Saquon, I felt like they were more forced to feature Saquon in the offense, where Singletary is going to be more of a complimentary guy. They call him motor for a reason. Like, so I'm good with passing on running back.
Singletary also works out of the passing game, so he's a 3-down back right away that's going to be able to come in and provide the value that you need. And with getting Rome Odunze, he should have a little bit of an opening. Like, the coverage isn't, they're not going to be able to put 8 in the box. Like, they're going to have to slide some people over to Rome's side based off of what we think he's going to be at the next level. He's also an older receiver, so he's going to start producing day 1. He's not going to be a week 8.
Exactly. And when you've got Jalen Hyatt and Darius Slayton and Wan'Dale Robinson, like solid, like number 2, number 3, number 4 guys, and then you add Rome Odunze, you've got a solid wide receiver room now.
Yeah, Danny Dimes is being paid to deliver the ball to all these guys. Like, that's what they're banking on. I think that if they're going to go halfback, it's likely going to be next year or take someone in free agency.
And like I said, they brought in Illuminor, so for me, if Evan Neal doesn't work out, he's gone, and Illuminor takes over at right tackle there. You bring in Hunter Norzad, and your offensive line is completely rebuilt.
All right, so get ready for this A+ grade. Because we were basically perfect.
Big Blue Nation, if you're still here with us, like, comment, subscribe, hit that noti bell. Let's see what we did for you here.
Oh, A's.
They said we should have taken Christian Haynes instead of Kyrie Jackson, but they still gave us an A for it, so you can't be too mad.
Which is something that we did talk about.
James. And yeah, we did bounce it around, but I mean, their need at DB is... Obviously, we went 3 straight picks at DB.
And then we ended up taking Hunter Norzad. They gave us a D for that. That was the harshest grade that we got.
A little bit of a reach. Everybody else was either, below where they were graded. So, yeah, the grades or whatever. But, hey, we got an A overall.
Top 66%. Make sure you guys leave some comments down below and let us know what you would have done different. And we will catch you on the next one.
On the flippity flip, go ahead and hit that outro music. Little banger for the boys.
Yes, sir. Check Tuesday.